Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this quick look at the PTS Canada map server and some new vehicles and bits in Snowrunner. So we're just going to jump straight in. This is the new CAT TH357 Telehandler. It's a vehicle purposefully put in for this map for lifting cargo onto and off trailers, which we will now demonstrate. So what you can see in the middle of the screen now is this sort of shed, warehouse, building, whatever. It looks either half built or half demolished. Either way, the way the missions work, as you'll see here, is they take a lot of resources. There are some new resources and such, but there's no like metal works or brickworks, things like that. You have to get the materials from these areas where you break them down. So if I roll into cargo management, you'll see here loading cargo, one cargo left, metal beams. So if we hit load, that building disappears, and a small, the regular size steel beams load is presented in front of us. So what we're going to do is line ourselves up. This is a very funky little vehicle, 4-wheel steer, all-wheel drive, diff lock on. You got the controls take a little bit to get used to. Right, and with the forklift you want to get right under. And then first tilt back. And then lift just off the ground. This will keep your center of gravity nice and low. Then you want to drive very gently, and what we're going to do is load it onto the new trailer. This absolute beefcake, super heavy flatbed. So this trailer already exists in the game because it's part of the oversized loads, but this trailer can haul 8 cargo, so 4 of these metal beams, if necessary, or 2 like drilling containers, or 2 large pipes, which is an actual mission in this region. So yeah, definitely useful in that regard. So now we're up by the side of the trailer. We're going to tilt forward as we lift the arm. So it's just about high enough, and then nice and gently bring it in over the side. Then when we're satisfied, we got handbrake on, go back to the controls. It's a bit cumbersome, and we're just going to tilt forward just enough there. The forks won't come out if you place it level. I've tried. So ease it backwards, you just slide the forks out from underneath, and voila! Your metal beams are loaded and ready to be packed. So a little more about this. We'll go into the mud here. So if we go up into fork handler, I'll show you how far it goes. Would advise handbrake on when loading and unloading. So as you can see, it goes pretty high, but I would not advise driving like this because you've messed with its center of gravity, so it's going to get very prone to sort of roll in and lean in. And look, somehow it didn't go over. So we're just going to bring that back in. And the actions there are nice and quick, which is nice. So you'll be able to load this onto trailers as well. This is found in the world, so you will have to go and find it. If you're on the PTS, it is just in the garage. But yeah, there should be one out there as well, I think. Right, let's take a look at the second truck, which is the Caterpillar 770G. So this truck first featured in the DLC trailer. It is another basically single roll truck where you can, I think they put in just so it has a slightly different purpose, similar to the articulated CAT. It can carry a fuel tank, but its main role is to carry the, if I find the name for it, the final check, the heavy rock trailer. So it has a special like high saddle hitch, which is for that trailer only. So this 8 cargo trailer also requires a high saddle, but it will not fit this truck. So yeah, basically this truck has one function, and it drives pretty well. I do like it a lot. It has a beefy set of fuel tanks for 530 litres in total, and it's not sluggish at all. It does lack all-wheel drive, but to be honest, that shouldn't be a problem. It's got a pretty good power to weight ratio. When you first come into the map, this is the front of the garage, you'll come out and you'll see there's one here. So that's the mission to unlock it, basically. But the same as the telehandler, this will be in your garage on the BTS. The interior is really nice, I really like it. They've got the mirrors to watch the front corners so you don't, run anybody over. The console and all the buttons are as they would be. Yeah, it's a pretty solid truck. And in a moment I will show you all the upgrades and modifications you can make to both CATs. So here we are in the garage. So in terms of, this basically applies to both of these. In terms of engine and gearbox, there are alternatives which are found in Alaska, so by the time you get to Canada you should, unless you skip straight ahead, you'll already have the engines and the advanced gearbox. Suspension and tyres don't change. For this, neither does the winch. And then the frame add-ons, this is the heavy saddle, which, as I mentioned, is specific to one trailer. And there is the fuel carrier, which can carry 2,000 litres. Although it does make it look a bit like a Tonka truck and a bit top heavy. So I'm not sure I'd go for that, especially when you can use the articulated CAT. You can't change the rims, and then it's standard decorations, but you got exterior stickers, interior stickers, accessories to hang, and bobbleheads, which can be unlocked through some trials, which is also a new feature. So if we take a look at the telehandler, one engine can take the special advanced gearbox, no suspension or tire changes, can have a variety of winches. So I just definitely recommend the autonomous Scout, because when is a winch not useful when you've flipped over? And for frame add-ons, you've got the standard handling forks and a wider variant. So the wider variant will be better suited to things like containers and anything that's a bit wider. And yeah, same visual and decoration upgrades. So now you've seen it lift steel beams without an issue, unlike the cranes in this game. I'm going to show you what else it can lift. Alright, so here we are approaching the staging area, and you see we have a Con Marshal in the mud. So our forks are nice and low. We're just going to slip the forks in there. Keep pushing until we're flush with the bodywork. Handbrake on. Straighten the wheels. So we're going to, again, tilt back. Lift gently. And you'll see that if you've got a Scout stuck in the mud, this can get you out of some sticky situations. Unless you turn the wrong way. But I mean, how good's that? you now have a much better way of lifting vehicles basically into flatbeds, well, onto flatbeds, into sideboard trailers. You can just use this to do it. No awkward craning or winching. You just, or just if you're griefing friends, just pick them up and drive away. So let's see, we'll see how high it goes before it tips over. Can it go to the max height? Yeah, I'd say that's pretty successful, if I do say so myself. Although, if you were going to drive... Oh god, I can feel momentum taking over already. Uh-oh. Oh, sorry. Oh. I'm not sure the car's supposed to nose into the ground like that. Anywho. We're going to pack a cargo. Yeah, this is the Azov 6. And this is a phenomenally big trailer. Like I said, it's 8 cargo slots. It has 5 axles. And I'm pretty sure this is the trailer from the pipe machine, like oversized load. So I'm just gonna be careful of this big puddle. The trailer can go over it just fine. So if we go to trailer cam, yeah, the Azov is a million miles away. But yeah, you can stick 2 large pipes on this, which is one of the missions, or use 2 twin steers. And yeah, you definitely want a beefy truck for hauling this, because it is a size. What we'll do is quickly, I will reverse up and we'll go down this side road so you can see how awful it is for turning. Because obviously the bigger your vehicle, the more of a wide berth you've got to take. See, I've got a nice sticker on the side of my cab now. Having to go way wide. I'm still going to hit the lamppost. I'm in the bushes. Luckily the Azov is a mighty beast. The only thing I'd be worried about is if you tip this thing over somehow and you spill 8 cargo, you're going to be putting that all back on for days. Luckily, the little bits I've driven round of this map so far are either nice roads or mud. So obviously you'd stick to the nice roads for something like this. We're just at the other side of the garage. And there's a nice big bridge. So yeah, of course, the piddly little crane I have on the Azov is of no use whatsoever for a trailer like this, because it'll only reach to where the little ramp is, as I will demonstrate in a second. So that's where the CAT Telehandler is going to come in hugely. So if I just pop that out, and we go to full extension. Yeah. So there you have it. Making those cranes even more useless. The Dawson Concrete Plant. So yeah, that just about covers it for now. There are a few more items coming, hopefully, including a new Russian truck called the Bandit. I've caught the trailer on the barricade. And another American truck with a triple rear axle setup, which looks like it should be very, very capable. Also, this river is huge and raging. You don't want to go in there. So yeah, I want to thank you very much for watching. If you found this useful or insightful, please consider liking, leaving a comment, even subscribe. And yes, thank you very much for watching. I've been Deck, and this has been Snowrunner in Canada. Thank you very much, and goodbye.